Wave 5 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC is almost here. And we have got 8 more tracks that will be coming on the 12th of July. So as always, just like with every wave, let's just go through a quick preview of all 8 waves and see my initial thoughts and feelings and overall just how excited I am with these tracks before I move on to my last ever predictions for the Booster Course Pass, which will be on Wave 6. So the first track in Wave 5, it's going to be Wii Cooper Cape. Yeah, we all expected Wii Cooper Cape to be there because it was in the first ever leak of the Booster Course Pass. I believe it was the banner leak it was in. So yeah, we were all expecting Wii Cooper Cape. This track looks so good. Like honestly, I don't think Cooper Cape has ever looked better before. But there are a few things that Nintendo needs to be careful with this track, because I'm sure some of you might know, whilst I really like Mario Kart Wii's version, I really don't like the Mario Kart 7's remake for 2 reasons. Number 1, they put a glide and jump on a ramp, which discourages you from going on the fun rapid section, and also the underwater pipe section, which they turned into a half pipe, where pretty much everything with that track was pretty much removed. So I really hope in this version Nintendo goes back to the original Mario Kart Wii's formula instead of the Mario Kart 7's formula, because Wii Cooper Cape is a really good track and I just hope Nintendo does it right with this one. Next up is Los Angeles Laps, and honestly I am not really looking forward to playing this track, Los Angeles Laps, because I never really liked LA Laps in the original Mario Kart Tour. I don't know, I just find the track to be a bit uninteresting. The music, I honestly really do not like the music. It just sounds so weird. The music doesn't really fit a Mario Kart style game. And I don't know, I just hope Nintendo somehow makes this track look good. But honestly, this is the one track I'm really, throughout the entirety of the Booster Course Pass, I'm really not looking forward to playing on, because I don't know, I just don't really like the track, I don't really like its music, but you never know, Nintendo could do something completely wild with this track in Wave 5. We're just going to have to wait and see, and it's not too long to wait anyway. Next up is Wii's Move You Highway, and this was the track that surprised me the most. I was honestly expecting a SNES track to be here, and I think we all were expecting a SNES track due to the prefix leak. We were expecting this track to be SNES Bounce Castle 3 or SNES Vanilla Lake 1. And it turned out to be neither, and it's actually Move You Highway. So what I think they've done is that because there was a Wii track that was data mined for Wave 6, what they've done is that I think they've swapped that track, which was meant to be Move You Highway for Wave 6, put it into Wave 5, and then moved the SNES track to Wave 6. So I think we're going to see SNES Bouncer Castle 3 in Wave 6. Honestly, I still wasn't expecting this track to be Move You Highway. Even if we all knew this was going to be a Wii track, I wasn't expecting Move You Highway. I was actually expecting this track to be Dry Dry Ruins. I was expecting the last 3 Wii tracks to be Cooper Cape, Rainbow Road, and Dry Dry Ruins. But no, this one is going to be Move You Highway. I was kind of surprised Nintendo went for this, because I think that Move You Highway does look a lot like New York Minutes. I don't really like, maybe because, you know, they're both themed at night, they're both city tracks. I just feel like Move You Highway is very similar to New York Minute. But I really do like this track, and I am excited to play on Move You Highway because this track does look really good. It's one of my favourite tracks in Mario Kart Wii, and it's one of the best highway or city tracks in the entire franchise. So I cannot wait to start to play Wii Move You Highway, even though I was very surprised to see this track coming back. I was totally expecting it to either be SNES Bouncer Castle 3, or as for the missing Wii track, to be Dry Dry Ruins. Here we are with Move You Highway, and honestly I prefer Move You Highway over Dry Dry Ruins, so I am pleased that Nintendo did choose to put in Move You Highway. As for the next track, Squeaky Clean Sprint, okay, we all knew this track was going to come back, and you know, it just looks fabulous, it looks fantastic, it looks awesome. This was probably the track I'm the most excited to play out of the entirety of this wave. I am so looking forward to playing Squeaky Clean Sprint. It looks fantastic. Next up is Athens Dash, a new Mario Kart Tour track. And yeah, this track, it looks good. It looks like a pretty standard city track. So yeah. Next up is Daisy Cruiser. Yes! Yes, yes, one of my favourite tracks in Mario Kart Double Dash. I cannot wait to play this track. Daisy Cruiser is a fantastic, phenomenal, such a relaxing track, driving in the pool and then under decks, in the dining room. It looks good and the graphics looks amazing. I cannot wait to finally play on GCN Daisy Cruiser in beautiful HD. And another track I'm really looking forward to is GBA Sunset Worlds. Finally! After all these years, 22 years it took to finally play GBA Sunset Wilds on a console game in Mario Kart. It looks fantastic. I really hope they still keep the gimmick of the sun setting as the track goes on. I'm sure they will, because they did it in the Mario Kart Tour remake, and it is pretty much a defining feature of GBA Sunset Wilds. So yeah, I cannot wait. And the final track, Vancouver Velocity. And just like Movie Highway, I was really surprised to see this track here. I was honestly expecting Vancouver Velocity to be the first track of Wave 6, because, you know, it's a really good track and it does kind of have like Last Wave or Last Cup or Last Track vibe to it, you know, a bit like Rainbow Road. So I'm really looking forward to playing Vancouver Velocity. It is a fantastic track. It's my second favourite Mario Kart Tour track behind Berlin Byways, and I think this track is going to look fantastic. My final thoughts and feelings for Wave 5 before it comes out. This wave does look like yet another really strong wave. I cannot wait to race on all of these tracks, especially Squeaky Clean Sprint, Daisy Cruiser, Sunset Wilds and Vancouver Velocity. The graphics look so good, and the overall tracks I do think is a very strong selection of Mario Kart tracks. Well, apart from LA Laps, but I suppose not every wave can be perfect. So he's always going to have at least one track that you're like, why did Nintendo bring this back? But anyway, so my only real concerns is really of Cooper Cape and LA Laps. I just hope Nintendo sticks to Mario Kart's Wii's version of Cooper Cape rather than Mario Kart 7's version. And as for LA Laps, I don't really know. I just don't really like the track. I mean, the music isn't very good and the overall track design is quite bland. But I don't really know. Let's just hope Nintendo does something crazy with LA Laps. You never know, like they did with Peach Gardens. We never know with Nintendo. We're just going to have to wait and see. Let's take a look at the predictions for the last wave, Wave 6. So we've got the Acorn Cup and the Blue Shell Cup. So I think with the Acorn Cup, we're going to have a Mario Kart Tour track based upon Madrid, Spain, because there have been a data mine Mob MD, the MD standing for Madrid. So hopefully that would be that track. And then I think the final GCN track is going to be Mushroom Bridge. I always feel like it's going to be either Mushroom Bridge, Dino Jungle, or DK Mountain. I have a feeling it's going to be one of the three, but out of all of them, I do think it's going to be Mushroom Bridge. Next up is Piranha Plant Cove. I mean, obviously Piranha Plant Cove is going to come back. I mean, there's absolutely no question about it. It's 100% going to come back. It's in Mario Kart Tour, and also Nintendo just brought back PT Piranha from Wave 5, and Piranha Plant Cove is his track. I think the next Nitro track is going to be based upon a museum. Now, obviously, the code name for this track is going to be Mob MU, and I have a feeling MU might stand for museum. Now, the reason why I think it's going to be a museum is because Nintendo brought back Kamek for Wave 5, and I have a feeling that this museum track could be Kamek's track. Just like how Piranha Plant Cove is Peter Piranha's track, I feel like this museum track could be a track for Kamek. The next one is for the Blue Shell Cup. I think obviously the Rome Aviante is going to come back. I mean, yeah, again, just like Piranha Plant Cove, it's in Mario Kart Tour, it's pretty much guaranteed. Next up, I think it's going to be SNES Bowser Castle 3. Now, I really do hope Bowser Castle 3 does come back, because it's time to have a SNES Bowser's Castle. We've had GBA Bowser's Castles in Mario Kart DS, Wii and 7, but we haven't had a single SNES Bowser's Castle remake on a console Mario Kart game. So it is time. Come on, Nintendo, please do it. The final Mario Kart Tour non-city Nitro track is going to be the Mob DK track. And I think it's either going to be one of the two. It's either going to be a Donkey Kong themed track, because obviously DK stands for Donkey Kong, or it could be maybe a Dark Kingdom themed track, which could be a Bowser's Castle-esque track, especially if SNES Bowser's Castle 3 won't come back. Then maybe Mob DK could be a Dark Kingdom themed track that could be based upon Bowser's Castle, or some Bowser themed track. But the reason why I've gone for Donkey Kong over Dark Kingdom is because I think Diddy Kong is going to come back for Wave 6, and I think this Mob DK track could be Diddy Kong's track. And what no better track to put Diddy Kong in than a Donkey Kong themed track. So this is the reason why I've gone with Donkey Kong over Dark Kingdom, is because I do think Nintendo will bring back Diddy Kong. If they don't bring back Diddy Kong, then I think Mob DK will probably be a Dark Kingdom themed track. And then the final track of the Booster Course Pass, Wii's Rainbow Road. It's in Mario Kart Tour, which means it's almost certainly going to be on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And also, Wave 3 ended with 3DS Rainbow Road, so Wave 6 needs to end with a Rainbow Road as well. So, yeah, that's why I think it's going to be Wii's Rainbow Road to end off the entirety of the Booster Course Pass. Overall, I am very excited to race on Wave 5. It is here, everyone. The second to last wave, the penultimate wave. And honestly, I can't believe it. I can't believe we're almost at the end. I still remember when Wave 1 was released over a year ago, and we were all so excited because it was only just the beginning. We had no idea what was coming to us in the future, and here it is. So honestly, I can't believe we're almost at the end of it, and I really hope that Wave 6 is going to be good, just like Wave 5. I think the waves are getting better and better every time, especially graphically and the track selection as well. So yeah, let's hope Wave 5 is going to be good. Hit that like button if you're just as excited to race on Wave 5 as I am. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and in 2 weeks time I'm going to be playing every track on Wave 5 and doing a review on the whole wave and on the tracks, and also picking a track to win Wave 5, just as we did in the previous 4 waves of the DLC. So until then, see you all in 2 weeks time.